What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Undialed video. Today we're going to build something super unique and special. We are building the Jungle Fingerboard Park. This park took a couple days to film, and it was actually a really cool project when we finished it. So let's start it. Let's start from the beginning.
It's my brother.
So unfortunately we had a little bit of technical issues, but I'm going to get you caught up to speed. We ended up getting all of the materials at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. If you guys want to get materials for your own fingerboard skate park, these are some really good places to go. Some of the materials that we got are these 2 log pieces, some door handles, some fake moss, some fake grass, some fake trees, some little animals, and a few other things. So if you look at the screen right now, you can see this alien looking face that's on the table. Each one of those circles is outlines of that log that's right behind it, and those 2 swooshes going down is the outline of where the moss is going to go. This moss was super cool. It's an adhesive backing and it sticks to the table really well. It's not that expensive. It's like $10 for a sheet at Michael's. So if you want to go get some of this, I would highly recommend to make your fingerboard park super unique.
She fits perfect. Here, come take a closer look, everyone. Look at this. We got, literally looks like the log's been sitting there for years.
It really does.
Dude, and then we got the little gap.
We have this green grass over here, and now we need to add this grass right here. So if you look, it's pretty much right up until the line, so I don't really need to cut anything out from up top, but it does start swooping down over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just basically create, like, I'm gonna trace a little line just by folding it.
So if you can tell right now, we're cutting out the green grass, and the green grass doesn't have any adhesive backing, so we ended up having to actually glue it to the table.
I'm hyped on that. The fly's liking it too.
Thinking it looks pretty dang good.
What's next?
Not gonna lie. All right, so the next step is to vacuum. After that, we gotta attach these logs to the table, screw them in, put the rail in, put the other rail in.
Wow! And we got Bambi chilling over here. Look at him. Looking all cute. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add this long guy into here like this. If you're wondering where it's gonna go, luckily since it's a fingerboard park, and with fingerboards you have to get very creative, you gotta get creative with it. So now that we've added the big long rail, we took the logs, brought it over here, have this all measured out. Time to screw in this one. Actually, the whole point of this whole entire video was to teach you how to put handles on 2 logs. Now you have a log briefcase. Congratulations. Boom. Locked into place.
Right there.
Is that the middle?
No, it's the closer edge. Ka-chow, dude. It's so solid in there. All right, it is the next morning. We have the start of the Jungle Fingerboard Park. It's looking pretty crazy so far. We got animals, we got mushrooms, we got everything. Today, we're gonna try to finish it up as best we can before we move on to another section, which will be in another video. What we're gonna be doing today is be gluing down all of these blue tiles, filling in this little region, putting this rail in, and yeah, watch us as we go along. And now,
It looks so good.
it is clean. Clean, clean. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain to you the next step. We have this really long rail right here. This is not attached. These 2, as you previously saw, we bolted in. And something that I think would be really cool to do with this rail is to have it basically connect these 2 logs along the edge. And not just end right here and right here, but to have the rails follow the contour of the log. And this one would end probably about up here, and this one would end right at the tip right here. And that way, you have an easy entry from over here to get on top of the ledge. Then you can follow it around, go all the way across, and then have an easy entry off. Or you can be doing like a blunt slide and then drop it over to a nose slide and then carry that around and have an easy off. You could go from here to here, here to here. You can go, so it'll be like a little bit of a ledge over here. So you can get like a ledge trick and then go into a rail trick and then back into a ledge trick. Like, I just think it'd be a super, super functional obstacle that would really tie everything together. And we're gonna need three main things. First thing we're gonna need is a wrench. Second thing we'll need is this rail. Third thing we'll need is the blowtorch, because we're gonna need to heat it up and bend it.
Before, you got a bunch of branches in the way. But now, you can just hop up. Dude, I'm so good at fingerboarding. So now, you can just come up, hop up here, hit a little front board. I don't even know. I suck. But yeah, she looks gangster. Let's get our pyromania side going. We're gonna bend this. Fire!
So this piece of metal right here is a steel rod. We tried heating it up to bend it, but the steel rod literally would not bend. As much as we tried to bend it, it just wouldn't. We would need a lot more heat and it just did not work. But we have an aluminum rod that we're gonna be using later in the video, so stick around.
All right, so the next step that we're doing right now is we're filling in the little piece of wood, that awkward little section right there. So what we're gonna be doing is cutting out a sheet of masonite, or a little square of masonite, and then we'll put the masonite on top of the skate park, trace it out, and then we'll cut it out and staple it in.
We should be using mortar or something to put these tiles down, but the hot glue seems to be doing just fine, and we have no problem so far.
Look good.
All right, so we tried to trace this little area of land, but as you can see, when I go and I try to put the masonite there, the rail is like, no, you can't be over here. I'm gonna get a piece of paper and basically just trace it like this. All right, there's that. And then I need to get another sheet of paper, tear this off. All right, so I got my pieces of paper with the markings on it, and the next thing that I need to do is get the scissors and cut it out. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to then trace this onto here, and we're gonna cut this out, and it'll be a perfect little sheet that's gonna go right in there.
Ah! Huzzah! 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 Boom!
Hell yeah.
We got the first curve.
Boom! All right, what's good? So we just finished bending the rail, and now I'm gonna spray paint it red, so when we put the rail in, it's colorful. There it is. In the darkness, in the crazy ISO, we have got the rail. The rail is now painted. It looks very beautiful. And now it's time to inset the rail into the actual log itself. So we're gonna do that right now. And the way that we're gonna do this is we're gonna carve a little niche out of where the rail is gonna touch the actual log, and that way the rail will sit flush in it, and it'll just be super dank. All right, now it's time to glue this rail in. As you saw me last night, I was trying to like hot glue this whole rail in here and like mix sawdust with the hot glue, but it didn't work out too well. Like, I mean, it worked well enough to like use, but I want it to look a little bit more professional. So I got this wood sealer and a caulk gun. Ka-chow! Now I'm gonna take this little wood block and smooth it out. All right, boys and girls. Do you know what this looks like? This looks like a mistake. Hey, I'm talking about this. So basically what I had to do is I had to rip up all of this basically caulk out of here. It was not the right material, and it's just like so elasticy and gross. And like you don't want elasticy next to somewhere you're gonna grind, because then your wheels will just get caught and like it'd be just a bad situation. But I've got a new material. Let me show you. I have got plastic wood, and we're gonna be using this. I also got backer rod, which is will go in little gaps, and I also got a putty knife. Between all three of these, I think I'll be able to get the job done. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. This smells like cat pee. It's really gross smelling. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you look right here, this new wood filler has worked wonders on top. It's still drying a little bit, so I can't sand it yet. But if you look under here, there's this gross white crap that's also part of the caulk. It's not a big deal.
And the mic died. But what I was trying to say is the caulk underneath isn't that big of a deal because you're able to paint it. So right here, I have this brown paint, and right now I'm gonna basically squirt it onto this little white sheet of paper and paint it onto the side, just paint it over. Painting over on caulk works well. It's meant to be painted. Also, it says it's meant to be sanded, but when I sanded it, it did not work at all. So, painting, good. Sanding, no.
Ew. It's poop.
Here I am painting it. I apologize for the bad camera angle. I'm just gonna say this now. The audio is gonna be pretty bad throughout the rest of the video just because the mic died.
All right, so it is painted, and now I gotta sand it. I'm sanding it, I'm just gonna use this like belt sander. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in and just smooth out everything so there's not any lumps here or there. It's just completely smooth, so let's do it. All right guys, that pretty much finishes up the skate park. The wood painted underneath so it looks a lot better than it did. The plastic wood on here looks really nice. You can tell like it's a little bit lighter, but it's not too bad. Rail, rail, rail. Here's the cool thing. If you connect these two rails, you can banana slide it. All right guys, that concludes this video of showing you guys how to build a forest fingerboard park. I'm really stoked on how it looks, and I'm really stoked to do the rest of this skate park. We got so much more to do. Each little section is gonna have its own theme like this, so it's gonna be really cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to go to undialedtv to go see the greatest fingerboard content. Make sure to go to undialed.co and pick up some fingerboard products if you need them. And make sure to sign up for the Adrenaline Alley camps, link in the description. All right guys, catch you later. Peace out.
Next video, we're building a mega ramp.